So, hello, Sue. Can you tell me a little bit about the values and that have brought you into politics?
Oh, I guess over the last 30, maybe even 40 years, my background has been in youth and community work, and originally in Derbyshire, where I worked with Dennis Skinner, Bolsover MP, post the miners' strike. But whenever I've been working with young people in particular, we begin to discuss their everyday lives, what is affecting their everyday lives. So I've sort of been immersed in it, and then eventually started to look at the personal social health education programme in schools, which isn't mandatory, and with my ALPS accredited learning programmes I taught youth workers to deliver that programme in schools with young people. So the discussions and debates about democracy, the issues of the day, have always been there in my working life, and also in my personal life, and discussing things with friends and family too.
And what would you say is the most important thing about the coming general election?
I think it's a battleground for people who are suffering. When I go out on the doorstep, they're suffering with the benefit cuts, the ATOS assessment system for people, especially people with disabilities, and also housing's a big issue. The bedroom tax has had quite an effect on Portsmouth residents, where for example, one family had to move out of their flat because they couldn't afford the extra for the bedroom tax, next door to a two-bedroom flat. So their family home was next door, 3-bedroom, mum and dad are sleeping in the front room to give their autistic child a bedroom to themselves, and then the other two boys share a bedroom. And when we said that Labour were going to scrap the bedroom tax, the look of relief on her face, but to imagine that living next door to the family home that you had originally, that you were bringing your children up, it's quite heartbreaking.
Okay, you're the parliamentary candidate for Portsmouth South. What would you say your priorities are?
Definitely interested in the seafront strategy for the pyramids, the pier, the Archers project, right from Eastney end of the seafront to Old Portsmouth. And I'm beginning to work with people, individuals in the community that are passionate about, for instance, the South Parade Pier and the Archers project. The council seems to have lost sight of that strategy, and I would really like to work with other people to get that going again. Obviously, with all the investment that's coming into the city around the Ben Ainsley project, for instance, the money's coming into the city, but I feel that local residents should be involved in that development, also should be trained and skilled up to fulfil those jobs, the new jobs that will be coming along. So I think we've got quite a lot of work to do, especially with young people and in education, and looking at those vocational training in engineering, for instance, and construction. Those 50% of young people who don't go to university, who aren't academic, we can encourage them to look at the vocational trades, etc.
Okay, thank you.